here we are. It's Monday.
Hopefully we got a sound check, right? Yeah, okay.
I mean...
The microphone looks like it's working.
Well, that doesn't mean anything, as we discovered.
If you guys can't hear us, go ahead and drop something in the damn comments. Let me see. But, yeah, looks like all our fucking main regulars are in the comment section. T's here, T-Hubby's here, Mango is here, also known as the Badger. Got Bee's Nest. Got Louis Hernandez is in. Pat's in. Looks like everybody's here. Not everybody's here, but a lot of our main ones are here. Okay, so kind of sleepy right now. I ate some cupcakes.
Yeah, those Valentine's cupcakes that Sophie sent us. We're trying to space them out so I don't gain 400 pounds. But so I've just been eating one
a day. Yeah.
And we just ate one. They're delicious.
Made some of that butter chicken though too, man. I had that chicken in there marinating 2 days. Made some Indian butter chicken.
Well, because you did it and then we forgot about it, and then we went to Red Lobster and ate, and then we were like, oh shit, that was all this chicken in here. Yeah.
That chicken marinating those spices for like 2 days. It's fucking really good.
It came out really good this time.
So,
but a bowl of butter chicken and a cupcake, that's about all. That's my calorie. Yeah. That's my calories for the day.
It'll hurt you. I was laying down in the bed, and I forgot all about the show. My eyes were starting to droop.
I know, it was like 8 minutes till it started, and I ran in there, and I'm like, are you ready?
I was like, huh?
And he's laying there, and Pookie's laying next to him.
Oh, yeah, show. Hey, I forgot about it. It's okay, we're already prepared for this one, because we saw this one last night. Paid $20 to stream it.
Because it only just came out. The thing about it was supposed to come out in theaters back in October, but of course that didn't happen. But they did do... they did that thing where they do a simultaneous limited theatrical release. So this is playing in theaters in some, limited capacity. Yeah. And then they dropped it on, VOD as well. Yeah. And this I think it came out Friday. So this is very, very, very recent.
I was like, Jenny, man, I want to see this movie. The trailer looked good. I said, but 20 is steep. And she goes, well, I'll go half on it.
Yes, that's what we did.
That's what a movie costs, $10 a head, more or less. I was like, all right, yeah, we'll do that.
Because I really wanted to see it.
It's
like, here, I'll send you $12. That'll make you feel better.
All right. So, movie, you can tell from the trailer, you can see it if you want. Nicolas Cage plays a dude who's kind of a drifter. He's a fucking badass. Or he's this badass drifter. And he loses all 4 tires of his car because he accidentally runs over some police spikes that got left out. Mm-hmm. And they tow him to the tow thing, and the repair people, they don't have internet. They're way out in the middle of the fucking country. They don't have internet.
I think it's supposed to be Nevada, but they shot it in Georgia.
It's in Georgia. You can tell it's the South.
Yeah.
They don't have internet, and they don't have an ATM machine. They can't take credit cards. So they said, well, I'll tell you what, if you clean up Willy's Wonderland over the night, in the morning I'll come by and I'll bring you your car, and we'll call it even. It's $1,000 fucking for towing and tires. So he's like, all right. So he goes in there, and it's like Chuck E. Cheese. It's like a place like Chuck E. Cheese's, but it's abandoned. They're going to reopen it, and turns out it's fucking haunted. It's the animatronic animals come to life, and one by one start fucking attacking him. Turns out there's some kids that know about it. You can find all this out from the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah.
Turns out some kids know about it and went down there to burn the place down. They saw him in there. And one of them, the cute girl, goes in there to try to...
Well, she's like, we can't burn it down with him in there.
Try to save him. She gets fucking caught up. And eventually all the kids end up going in there and get caught up with all these damn monsters. All right. That's all I'm going to say. Just going to say, now, spoilers, kind of a spoiler. Well, not really a spoiler, you can find it. Nicolas Cage doesn't say a fucking word in this movie. Doesn't
Not
say
a single word.
He acts only with his face, and it's awesome. The movie's awesome.
I wasn't sure because one of you guys said in the comments yesterday that he doesn't say anything in it. Yeah. And that kind of it didn't make me not want to watch it, but I was like, I bet it probably won't be as fun because half of the fun of Nicolas caging the fuck out is being like, rah, and like, you know, doing that kind of shit. So I was kind of like, I had mixed feelings about what it was going to be like of just watching a whole movie of him not talking. But in a way, I think it worked out. Yep. I mean,
he still cages the fuck out.
He does.
He cages the fuck out with his face and just with his body. He cages the fuck out. You'll see. Yeah, it was a good movie. It was real good. I'd put it up there with, okay, I'm going to say it's on par with Mandy and Color Out of Space. It's a very different kind of movie, tone-wise. It's kind of like satire. It's horror comedy. It goes over the top. It tries to be fucking ridiculous. But it works. The tone is just right for this kind of movie. They're trying to tell you an epic mythological tale of a badass.
Yeah.
The dude's just fucking badass. Now he is a badass, but it is funny too. It's fucking funny.
It's just, I've seen a lot of people compare this to Five Nights at Freddy's. A lot of people have compared this to the Banana Splits movie, which I still haven't got around to seeing. But it really has, it's hard to explain. I really, really liked, one, the fact that he doesn't talk, and another thing too, and like I said, this maybe is mild spoilery, but they don't tell you anything about his backstory. You don't even find out what his name is. Like, his character doesn't have a name. But I liked that. It made him almost kind of like a mythological, because he comes in here and starts fighting these fucking possessed animatronic, like Willy the Weasel, and what were some of the other ones? Like Willy the Weasel, one was a chameleon, I think.
Yep.
One was Siren Sarah, or something. She was like a siren, like a fairy. And there were some, and they were all like obviously like really sinister looking, like just like Chuck E. Cheese, essentially. So he's just in there fighting them, but they don't really say like where he got this badassery from, or where he came from, or where he's going. But it doesn't matter. And I liked that they left that mysterious.
Doesn't matter.
Also, the running gag through this movie of him with his break times. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. He got
instructed to do this fucking job, and they told him to take fucking regular breaks.
Don't forget to take regular breaks.
So he programmed that shit in
his watch.
And you never can tell. All of a sudden, bitch will fucking take a break. And
he's
you're like, you're taking a break now? The bitch takes a break.
Fighting the monster.
He's
like, oh, break time.
And then he goes in there and fucking plays pinball.
And it made me laugh every single time.
And it's just...
It's a running gag, so they do it a bunch of times, but it's like, it just, every time it happened, it made me laugh even harder.
The movie's got an excellent score, and it has some songs in it too. Real good soundtrack. It's all, most of them are by an original artist.
What's his name? Emoy,
I think is what his name is. There's also a couple. There's a cover in there. Or I don't know if Emoy did the cover or if that was Freebirds in that.
No, that was actual Freebird.
I fucking laughed when that fucking went over.
Yeah, as soon as that Freebird started up, I was just kind of like, it was so good. I really, I liked the score, and like the guy did. Yeah. He even wrote like a Willy's Wonderland theme song, and it's kind of like a dark wave kind of. It's good.
It's kind of like dark wave, new retro wave. Some of it you can tell is. Some of the background music, tonal music, is kind of like goth industrial. Kind of sounded like VNV Nation in certain spots. He could change the texture. I didn't know it was the same artist doing it, but they got the right guy doing the
I think
soundtrack.
he did. I think he did pretty much all the music for it except for Freebird, and I think he did the voice of Willy the Weasel. Yeah. Like one of the animatronic characters, and he might have done some of the other voices too. Yeah. But so all of the songs that Willy sings. Because he sings them like some all sinister, like the Six Little Chickens song that he does and shit like that. But that's all the same guy, like doing the shit.
Color palette to the movie was excellent. Kind of reminded me of what was that? What VFW?
The where it was like inside, palette. It was like really, really dark in this inside of this like restaurant
with colors,
with like magenta and cyan lighting.
Very dark and very colorful at the same time.
And green.
You just see it, And he's it's cool car action in the beginning. You know, they're just a bunch of little shout outs to Machismo, like he's motherfucking driving a damn new Camaro, and it's just over the fucking top. A lot of shit. Just the tone, they nailed it. They nailed the tone. Good writing, good storytelling. I didn't get bored at any time. I didn't lose any of my attention. There's a good cast. The casting's good. When they cast the kids, I'm calling them kids. They're in their 20s.
Yeah, they're like late teens.
Yeah, late 20s. Teens, early 20s. Well, they're pretending to be teenagers, but I think the actors are in their early 20s.
Yeah.
There's some sex appeal in the movie. There's cute girls in it. So there's good-looking guys in it. So they're trying to appeal to a good audience. And
it's pretty gory. There's some good gore.
There's animatronic destruction. You're not dealing with a Hollywood movie. It's from a very small studio. It's a good what do you call it? Independent filmmakers, but top-notch production. For the budget, kind of like VFW.
Now, interestingly, from what I could determine,
maybe Mandy.
Yeah. Now, this movie was written by somebody named Geo Parsons, who I don't know if this is their first theatrical movie. I think they're more like a theater person. Like, they had written stuff for the stage. And they had written, and I guess their agent or whatever, like, told them, hey, you should write a movie screenplay, like, to diversify your career or whatever. So apparently he wrote this and put it up on something called Bloodlist, which I guess is something where you put, like, horror screenplays and, like, people can... And I guess Nicolas Cage saw it on there and thought the idea was cool. Yeah. And because Nicolas Cage is a co-producer on this as well.
Yeah, he wanted to do this role.
So apparently he wanted to... Now, what I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but the whole thing about him being mute in this... Because I think a lot of people were kind of like, oh man, it's like half the fun of watching Nicolas Cage is just like watching him screaming and yelling and stuff.
I didn't notice that he wasn't.
But I did, yeah. But it's like I kind of felt like that too. But then when I watched the movie, I was just kind of like, oh, it's fine.
It's the tone of the movie and the character. He's a lot of the shit that he's doing by himself. So there's nobody for him to talk to for a while. People do show up, and then they kind of play up the fact that the dude doesn't talk. And that's part of his badassery is that he's not really gonna fucking talk to you. You just gotta see the fucking face. He's acting with his face. He does Cage the fuck out, but he does it. He does it physically. You'll see. Yeah. He's supposed to be a strong, silent type. He doesn't have to talk.
Yeah.
But he's in the movie almost constantly.
Pretty much. I mean, there's other characters that come in there, but that's not till later.
You get lots of Cage time. Lots of Nick Cage time, and. Yeah, they're in there talking. But, so it's not like that last one we did, what was the name of the fucking one with the aliens?
Jiu-Jitsu.
It's not like Jiu-Jitsu.
No.
Jiu-Jitsu, he talked.
This was much better than
Jiu-Jitsu. He had very little screen time. This one's like a lot better than Jiu-Jitsu. This is up there with Mandy, I think. It's good. It's a very different movie than Mandy, but to me it kind of reminded me a little bit more of VFW. Kind of had that tone.
Yeah.
Felt a bit like in some ways, it felt kind of like a really good Carpenter movie in a way.
Except funnier.
Funnier, a lot
than
funnier.
What Carpenter would do.
Yeah, it's a lot funnier. It's funny, but it's comedy horror. You know what I mean? And you don't get scared in it, but you're not supposed to.
Yeah, it's not scary.
You're not supposed to.
You know what's funny?
It's gory, but it's not in certain places.
It's funny because they don't even have this listed as a horror or horror comedy. They have it listed as action adventure.
That's probably what I would call it.
Which I don't know why. I would call it a horror comedy, but just because it's real gory, and if you're not into gore, it's probably going to be like, oh, what the hell? It's like action adventure. When you say action adventure, I think of like Jurassic Park. Yeah. You know?
Well, there's kind of that element. I can give one more thing away because it's mentioned in the trailer. The kids are coming to burn the fucking place down because they know about it, and they know that the animatronics in there are possessed, and they're possessed by demons.
It's not demons though.
It's not really
exactly
demons, but you'll see.
Yeah.
And it's possessed, and they try to warn the Nicolas Cage character. You never know his name.
Yeah, they just call him the janitor. In the
credits. And he wasn't even a janitor. That was just the job they offered him.
Yeah, to pay for the car.
Yeah,
because he didn't have $1,000 cash.
Try to warn him that he's not there to clean up. That he's actually there because the place is run by a cult and they're sacrificing him. That he's going to be a human sacrifice. So there's an element of that. You'll see if you watch it. Is it worth $20? Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was. I wish they would have sold it to me for $20 and not rented it to me for $20.
Yeah, because 20 is a little steep.
Yeah, it's a little steep. But we did have a good time watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I had a really good time with it. I thought it was funny.
I bought it from Xbox, or rented it from Xbox, and they kind of had it listed as early release.
Okay.
That was like an early release rental price. That's what they claim.
It came out February 12th.
All right.
And it's in theaters, too. But I don't know if it's playing in any theaters here. It's probably just playing in big cities, I would imagine.
You wait a few days, it might go down some.
Yeah, usually if you wait a few weeks, it'll go down to $9 or $9.99, and then it'll go down to $6.99 or whatever. I just think it's really funny that like we watched Jiu-Jitsu, which is also pretty new, and we bought that for like $4.
Yeah.
But this one is like you had $20. But this was way better than Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah. Way better.
Because I mean, and like I said, I can't stress enough. I did watch a couple of other reviews of this. Most people are really digging it. Some people said they didn't like because they thought the editing was too kinetic. You couldn't really tell what was going on. Which, I don't know. I didn't really get that impression. Like, some of the editing is kind of, like, artistic, and it has, you know, like, all this kind of light and lens flare and stuff. But it's like, I don't know. It didn't really bother me. And like I said, the score is really cool, shit like that. But, you know, this was just like a really entertaining, fun, gory. I mean, fuck, man. Nicolas Cage fighting possessed animatronic weasels.
Yeah.
No, tell me you don't want to watch that.
You can't. Maybe the fee they paid Cage didn't cover him talking. No, it didn't, because that's not the case. He'd already seen the script and he wanted to do this.
He thought it would be interesting to do it without talking.
Yeah. It's when you see it, it makes a lot more sense when you watch it. It fits the tone of the movie because he's such a fucking badass in the movie that he shouldn't have to talk. It'll make sense. It makes more sense when you see it. It's funny. It's
he's almost kind of like portraying him as like almost like a character in a Western.
Yeah, like a Western.
Where he's like coming into this dinky ass little town and they have a problem.
Kind of like something Clint Eastwood would
do. And he
do.
Sorts it out. Even though they didn't ask him to sort it out. They were actually just going to fuck him over, but he just sorts it out anyway. Like
kind of like High Plains Drifter. When
That's what I was thinking.
Clint Eastwood shows up. He doesn't say much. Maybe like, well, okay. Just says little one-liners and stuff, you know. Except this guy's so badass, he doesn't even say a one-liner. He just... But it's written to where it makes sense. You know, it's the part of the tone of the movie. And I think it was good.
And like I said, I think that I really liked that they didn't give him a name, they didn't give him a backstory. He basically just turns up in this town. You don't know who he is, you don't know where he came from, you don't know, you know, why he seems like so blasé about the situation. You don't know anything.
Yeah.
And I think that that's really good. I liked that. And like I said earlier, it's like maybe other people wouldn't think it was as funny as I thought, but that whole like taking breaks thing, it's every single time that happened, it just kept getting funnier. I don't know why, it just kept getting funnier to me.
T's hubby says, okay, on par with Mandy, I'm sold. It's on par with Mandy in terms of how much I enjoyed it. In that same realm, I prefer Mandy just because that movie was just so goddamn weird, but it was really creative. This one too, it's also creative. It did some shit that surprised me. I was laughing at it. The tone is very different. Mandy was kind of weird and disturbing, and then funny at certain parts. This one's funny through the whole thing, but there's a lot of action, a lot of gore. I would put it tonally and just the way it looked kind of visually on par with a movie called VFW.
Which we reviewed that a while back.
Imagine if you had VFW going on inside of a damn abandoned Chuck E. Cheese
or Showbiz Pizza or whatever.
It's just, and it's not really meant to be taken seriously. It's satire, but you can relate to it because you know you've been to places like this and you know people like this, and it's got a lot of good supporting actors in there doing the other characters. Certain things kind of unfold. It gets a little more complicated as it goes. The animatronics are fucked up. Some of them are human, some of them are animals.
Yeah, one's like there's an alligator in there.
There's an alligator, there's a big old weasel. There's a
weasel's the main one.
Mexican turtle.
Yeah, is he? He has a sombrero and he speaks Spanish.
Speaks Spanish and he's subtitled.
I know. I love that.
And then they got a
that fucking scene with the girl in that.
They got a siren, which looks like a teenage girl with a damn fucking. She looks kind of like
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell, really. Like she comes and whips her ass.
Big ass eyes.
Yeah, she tries to whip.
And then there's a chameleon.
Yeah, there's a chameleon that talks shit to you and fucking. You just got to see it.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking about who here likes Star Trek. I like the original series, obviously. Yep. Well, I have mirror image Spock back there.
Yep, Star Trek's classic.
Sophie got me that for my birthday.
Yeah. If you like Star Trek the original series, go check out Star Trek Continues free on YouTube in HD. That one was good. I like that one too. It's the final season of the original series. And,
it's fan made.
And but you look at it, it's just like the old movies.
Yeah.
Or the old TV show. And it's the acting and the writing's really good. Had a lot of the same people that worked on the original show, and it also had people that worked on Next Generation and everything. And it has the second part of the Mirror episode where that Mirror Spock was in. It's what Mirror Spock did back in the Mirror universe. You know what ended up happening during his revolt. And I think that's like episode 4. I think it's called Fairest of Them All. Isn't that what it's called?
Ooh.
Or I think it was called Fairest of Them All.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah. I guess it would be.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, one of the better Mirror episodes. Actually, I think. Yeah, it was one of the best Mirror episodes in the whole Star Trek universe. Was the one from Star Trek Continued.
I've seen like some of the other series, like you showed me Enterprise, and I've seen some like Deep Space Nine. I've seen some of the other ones like off and on, but I think the original series is the only one that I've sat through like probably 3 times. You know, like the entire series. Because I just like all those characters, and I just like the whole 60s aesthetic.
Badger says he's just going to go ahead and buy this movie on Blu-ray. Yeah, I mean, if the price is similar, you can just probably buy this on
you might as well. Like, if you're going to pay $20 to rent it, I mean, you might as well just, like, buy it.
If it's available. I don't know if it is.
Yeah, I'm not... like I said, it might not be yet because, as I said, it's still in, like, limited theatrical release, and they only just released it, like, a couple of days ago. Like, 3 days ago, literally. So...
Yeah, Louis, there's a animatronic monster in there. I think it's a turtle that dressed up in a sombrero.
I think it's a turtle. Like, at first, I thought it was a bird.
Maybe a parrot or something. It's hard to tell
But
what
then
it is.
the first one that gets killed, that Nicolas Cage kills, is an ostrich. Was an ostrich, right?
Yeah, it was an ostrich.
Okay, so I'm guessing they didn't have 2 birds. So I think there was one that was an alligator.
Yeah, it's a Mexican. I think it's a Mexican turtle that's speaking Spanish and it's subtitled. It's fucking hilarious.
That was another very funny scene. Yeah. Like, it was short, but it's like that one with the girl like beating others. Yeah, that was like really funny. Oh, and also I want to mention too that the woman that plays the sheriff in this town is the same woman who the Sparkle Motion lady from Donnie Darko. Who was questioning your commitment to Sparkle Motion. Yeah, it was that lady. So she was in it too as the sheriff. And then it was just kind of like I said, I didn't realize that it was supposed to be Nevada when I was watching it. I just saw that on the Wikipedia page, but they actually shot it in Georgia. I don't know why they didn't just make it Georgia in the movie, because it doesn't really matter, but I don't know. So it was just like this little good old boy town that has like 800 people in it or something. Yeah. And it's just kind of like...
I think somebody just found a channel yesterday who's been binge watching us for 18 hours. Damn,
he's been
crazy.
Because he's been like commenting on a lot of the older videos and stuff, because I was answering some of the stuff. But yeah, he's been trying to catch up on all the... That's going to take you a while, man. When did we start this show? 2016?
I don't know, man. It's been that long?
I think so. Yeah, we've been doing this 4 or 5 years. And we do more shows now than we used to, because I think we used to just do like 1 or 2 a week, and now we do a show pretty much every day, at least one.
I can't believe this show's 4 years old.
At least. It might be longer. I know.
I'm
making you tired just talking about it.
Making me tired just talking about it. I'm going, fuck, man. Getting old. 4 fucking years.
Soon you die.
Soon I die. My life's blood sapping away. Tomorrow I start them damn injections. I'm going to feel a lot better.
Well, if they call, they called
be
her. They called him, and then they were like, I said her because the lady
it's a
called.
girl. Yeah.
And she called, and she's like, yeah, we got your stuff, and we have to order the drugs now. So when the drugs come in, they're gonna call him, and then he has to ride down there.
Yeah.
But he showed me where it was today because it's just right there. Yeah. Because so you guys, because I know one of you guys ordered a Pliskin shirt, and then one of you guys I'm sending, Jason was getting a Pliskin shirt, and Donovan, or Donnie, he was getting, he wanted me to sign one of my books, like Faces Villain 2. So I got that yesterday, so I signed everything, and we got the shirt made, we got everything packed up, and then we went to the damn post office.
Got the labels.
And I used the little labels, because you use the little machine and you can pay for the labels, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, then I go to put it in the mailbox and it's like ka-chunk and it wouldn't open.
It was locked.
I guess it's President's Day. Yeah. So I guess they were like, well, we can't have this shit open. Like the part is open where you can use the machines, but the actual mailboxes are closed because I guess they don't want them to fill up because there's nobody there. But yeah, so that's the book. And that's the t-shirt. So we already paid for the postage. We just have to go tomorrow. And, well, hi, Pookie. What you doing?
This means I'm going on a juice tomorrow. Nah, technically juiced is anabolics. I mean...
Juicy Tom.
It's going to be a fucking strange cocktail of fucking couple different kinds of testosterone and then some pituitary gland fucking stuff. I'm going to get slightly boosted. But they're going to boost me back up to kind of what the levels would be, like if you were maybe in your late 20s or probably like late 20s. I'll have to see the numbers because you get blood work every 3 months. Tomorrow I'm going to look at my blood work. I haven't seen the numbers yet. I want to see what my free testosterone and bioavailability and my fucking total count was. And I'm going to see how that's going to... It's probably bad. Feels like it's bad. And then we'll start the treatment and they're going to fucking boost me up over time. What you doing, Poke?
She's rolling.
I'm gonna run that shit. What you doing? God damn, you just gonna roll around? Okay, keep rolling. I never seen her roll that hard.
She was committed to that. She was just like
getting excited. Right.
She was like that.
Fighting the carpet upside down. Fighting the carpet
with her back.
Feel better? Okay.
She's crazy.
Yeah, she puts on shows for us and shit. She does funny shit.
Oh my god.
But
Bee's Nest says I inject testosterone directly in my junk.
Damn.
That's hardcore.
I don't believe you do.
No, it's a joke. He's a joker. That Bee's Nest.
It doesn't matter if he goes there.
Well,
I wouldn't do it there.
But if you want to do it like that, I'm not judging.
Most dudes just shoot it in their fucking underneath their fucking skin, their fucking belly, or in their fucking glute.
Well, I'm not injecting testosterone into your butt, so you can forget about that right now.
Tell me, man. You ought to try that shit. See the world through my eyes. I've seen fucking female testosterone.
I can imagine what the world looks like through your eyes. I don't need to know.
I've seen the numbers on women, and I'm going like, damn, how can you live with numbers like that? But it's just you're a different sex.
Thanks.
Just don't need as much of it.
No, we don't need as much of that shit.
I'd be like, man, I'd be fucking really sleepy with that.
You're already really sleepy.
Yeah, I know that because the male fucking, what do you call it? The male fucking endocrine system, it runs real hard. Well, that's why we normally like age in dog years.
Yeah, that's why y'all die much earlier.
Yeah.
Well, and plus dudes are more prone to do stupid shit.
Well, it's making you do stupid. It's making you do stupid shit, but it makes sense at the time. It's all that risk-taking behavior.
It makes sense.
Make you sexy as fuck.
Paul Moore says, I hope they don't make Tom more hyper. He'll be bouncing off the walls. That's what I said. I said he's going to be rampaging all around the fucking shit.
No, I'll be all right. I'll work it out.
Maybe it'll keep you awake. Because look, you look like you're falling asleep.
I know, it is.
I had to go, if you guys got here a little bit late, I had to go and get 5 minutes before the show started, 8 minutes before the show started. Okay, I'll be more accurate. I had to run into bed because I'm where is he? Because usually he comes in here 10-15 minutes before.
Yeah.
And I had ran in there and he was laying on the bed and Pookie was laying on the bed and I'm just like, are you ready to do the show? Oh, I forgot all about it. I was falling asleep.
Yeah. It's because I just ate that damn cupcake.
Yeah, that cupcake.
And the carbohydrates hit me. And it makes you fucking sleepy, man. And at my age, it shit fucking fucks you up. We're going to take care of that tomorrow, though.
We'll take care of it.
Yeah, it's because just the way your metabolism runs. It it runs, for me, it ran good until I hit about, I don't know, maybe 47 maybe, and it started to kind of, I could feel it, a decline in it. Like time was stretching out, and I was slowing down, and time was speeding up. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Although I kind of feel like everybody has that. Like, the older you get, the faster it seems like time is going.
And then you feel like you're like a turtle moving through time. And you're fucking sleepy. And then by the time I hit like 50, I'm like, man, this shit fucking sucks. And then you go in there and start lifting and stuff to try to fucking get production back up. It does kind of come back, but it's not enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not enough. And then you can start gaining size. But once you get to a certain size, if you get sore, it takes 10 days to heal all that up. And that's not right. It should be more like 3 days. You know, that's what it would have been like. That's what it would have been like, you know, in my 30s or 40s, about 3 days. But now it's like fucking 10 days. And that's just one of the signs. And you go on real gear, though, like fucking Anavar, it's at 12 hours. You get right back in there. That's why those dudes are making fucking 11 years worth of fucking muscle gains in a year. They're eating like crazy, just protein synthesis machine, hungry, crazy, want to fight everything. But you get big the year. Then they start taking mood enhancers. It's a whole stack of shit. Mood fucking, what do they call them? Mood stabilizers. To keep you from fucking going crazy.
Stabilize your moods.
Stabilize them goddamn moods.
Because you fucking dudes, man. You're so emotional.
Fucking roid rage. That's why I don't go on it. Don't go on that shit. I'm not saying don't do any of the fucking gear. Not unless you're a competition bodybuilder. Because make you fucking crazy.
Dudes shouldn't run shit because they're too emotional.
It fucks up your livers. And if you do it while you're young, you got to stay on it for so long that by the time you're 50 or 60, you're fucking shot. You're getting heart valve fucking work at fucking 50. It's just not worth it when you're young. If you're dying, you know, you only got 25 years left. Do what you want, man. Fucking doctor told me, he says, dude, at your age, you could do whatever you wanted. It's not going to make a big difference. And I was like, I know. You know what I mean? It meant difference in my lifespan.
Yeah.
You know.
Sorry, I wanted to say
I'm not banged up.
We got somebody new in here. Black Magic Film Studios says, "Hey guys, I liked your video about Sputnik. That movie. Movie's good too. Bit slow but nice. Hi there, Black Magic Film Studios.
What's up?
Welcome to the show. So, do you have anything else you would like to add?
No, that's about it.
See this movie. It's fun.
Please do one stream where you rank your favorite horror movies.
You know what? I've been wanting to do that for like a year or two. That was one of the things. I think that was one of the options that I threw into the Patreon poll for the Halloween special, but it didn't get picked.
No, that's not. We don't want to do that for a normal show. What we do is we do that for a Wednesday show.
That's actually a good idea. Yeah.
We make a list and get drunk and then rail them all off. We'll read the list off. And I actually talk about the movie as it goes, and that's a whole Wednesday.
Maybe we should do. We just
gotta make a list
this Wednesday or next Wednesday. I started making a list a long time ago, but I don't know what happened to it.
If you have a list around here, we can do it this Wednesday.
I mean, if you want me to like rank them, that's going to be really hard. But I don't know. I could maybe do it. I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll come up with something. Louis says that should be a Saturday night show. Well, yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I think people will not like that because they normally want one of those
like true crime or paranormal shit or something or UFOs.
Yeah, so that should be a sidetrack show.
This show coming up this Saturday is going to be about the cult again.
Which one?
The Source family cult.
I don't know that one. Yeah. Or maybe I do, but don't remember it. Which one was that?
Kind of like I think that they were the first ones that opened like a vegan restaurant in California, like back in the 60s. But they were kind of like I don't know, hippies, but
I'll look into
scary
it.
People. Yeah. I might add another one too. It's depending on how much material there is about them that I can find. Because they are like a really interesting story on their own. But if I feel like it's not going to be enough for 3 or 4 hours, then I'll throw another cult in there too, but we'll see. All right.
I think that's probably about.
But yeah, let me write down fave horror movies, because then I can start making this. Maybe I can find that list that I made. I wonder what the hell I did with that. It was a while back. I'm sure it's around here in those piles of paper somewhere. But yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow, and tomorrow we're going to be talking about Ouija and Ouija Origin of Evil, because Louis sent us the movies and we just watched them. So we're going to talk about them tomorrow. Then Wednesday, we'll talk about our favorite horror movies, since you guys would like to do that. And then Tom's going to go take a nap.
I'm going to take a nap.
And maybe.
Okay.
And I'm going to finish editing my latest book review. And we will see you guys tomorrow, right around the same time. Thanks everybody for coming by. Bye.